Alrighty, folks, finals time here. William Stuart, Nick Dichiria. This is your mixed doubles cricket event. Garrett Rakowski, Tricia Romero takes on Breanna Osterhoudt and Alex Spellman. Woo, there we go.
Nailed it. Hey, everybody. This should be a great one here. As we were out there talking, joking with the players, having a good time, and they are fired up and raring to go for this one. I'm just going to say it immediately. I can't even wait to say something like this. Well, we asked Bree, what are you listening to in those headphones?
Oh, my gosh.
Do you know, she pinky promised this, guys. She said that she listens to Christmas music while she plays, specifically looking for the song A Silent Night. That is, Spellman's reaction to that was wild. Spellman just threw his last dart for a single 20, and it hit the corner pocket of the double, and he looked bamboozled, flustered, flabbergasted. That, just like how I felt when Brandon told us her music choice.
Yeah, that was, I heard her say that, and I said, what did you just say?
I made a pinky promise.
That is insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
That's kind of crazy, though, for real. Like, why? Out of all choices, you choose Christmas music, and her reasoning behind it was she threw a 6-7-7.
Yeah,
listening to Silent Night.
6 or 7. Yeah, so she said something along those lines. And to be fair, though, I remember the first time I shot over a 5-0 for 2 games in a row, and it was listening to Kryptonite by Three Doors Down when I was going through a breakup. So who knows? Everyone has their shtick.
Just a single mark there from Garrett. As folks, we are a little light in our early stages of this final, to be fair.
Oh, and deflection there, just a 2 mark back. Yeah, this is definitely not to the level of what you'd expect early on here, but admittedly, I think that they're going to just all take that extra second to lock in here. It's the last match here. I don't think either of these teams, maybe they are playing trips, but I don't know if they are.
I know Spellman is. I'm not sure about the rest of the game because I didn't ask. Because
I didn't care. No, jokes aside, though. Pop the single 18.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah. Gets a double at that, but you only count for one.
She said, don't worry, Spellman. I got it.
Yeah, hey, that's what teamwork is all about in this mixed doubles format. I do love a good mixed pairs matchup. Just a camaraderie between the players and, the pressure that can ensue on a mixed matchup. And do you see those players, use communication to their advantage and so on and so forth, and the moves that can be made.
Do you want to give a shout-out, even though we weren't able to get a chance to see it in the mixed doubles 90 cap? Your winners of that one, Kevin and Amanda over Chad and Shannon. So just want to give a quick shout-out to our 90 cap participants there.
Good stuff there, Nick, for shouting that one out. Important to do so. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't get to see everything when it comes to streaming, but try to get as much as possible. Well,
we always try to keep our eye on it. 90 cap today could be a pro brackets next year. You never know.
Yep. True that. Good 6 mark from Bree.
She's definitely loosened up. So we were talking about that in the last one where we were kind of waiting to see if she would show up. This is a lot more of what we're used to seeing out of her.
She's still a nervy player. She reminds me a lot of Chrissy Grimmel when she's back behind the Aki. And the reason why, if you look at Chrissy's always pacing, walking around every direction, doesn't want to focus on her opponent at all, and that's kind of what Bree does to in essence. And then once Alex throws, she watches, and there you go, 1-0.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. The only thing is, if you're going to be like Chrissy, you got to nail her Heisman that she does on her darts there.
She dang near touches the ground with a third dart sometime.
Yeah, she rocks the pose, though. Let me tell you, it looks great on photo.
She does. Or, the little twist of the hips. Yeah, that too.
I love it.
Boy, is she unique.
And Bree really has loosened up here. Again, moments where she was struggling to get singles is now moments where she's consistently finding triples. And that spells a lot of success here. And Romero knows that she's going to be impressed a little bit here. Of course, she has had moments where she's been extremely impressive and moments where you're questioning a little bit one way or the other here. Which version of Trish are we getting right now?
Exactly. And it's just to go ahead and mention it, self-explanatory, but the women do have to start in this format, so that is why we're seeing them take the first darts here in every one of our legs. But, yeah, I think you're right. Talking to Trish just a little bit ago before the match, definitely having fun.
That's what matters.
And that's what matters. She was relaxed, easy, even to the point where, like, you still got a match. You know her. She'll get in a conversation, have some fun, and that's most of our dart players, to be fair. So
yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I always have to make sure, and I always try to make sure to put on deodorant. But I go to a dart hole wearing extra deodorant in Wisconsin because everyone goes for hugs. Everyone wants a hug.
Does. Everyone does. Everyone
I
does.
like 12 hugs. Garrett and I've done 12.
I didn't know where you're going with that, to be honest. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Here we go, Tricia.
Scared you there.
Here we go with a big number right off the bat. Hey, 4 mark will do.
Adds
4
a dart.
mark will do. Yeah.
Adds a dart there with getting the point lead. Spellman needs to find a single at least before shooting the 18s if he wants to have the point lead. The triple, I'll allow it.
And this did go to a last leg decider between them in that hill match. I do want to mention that just because I was kind of keeping my eyes on that one. It did happen off stream. But, yeah, we're able to keep our eyes on that one. It was a tough battle.
And here's the other thing. With the fact that we've reverted back to the best-of-5 format, Spellman will have time to be able to get into his full swing that we're typically used to seeing out of him as Garrett finds a 7 there. But the more that Garrett heats up, the more that Bree heats up, the more that Tricia heats up, the more that Alex will heat up as well. So I expect this to be either everyone's hitting or everyone's on the struggle bus for a bit. It's not going to be too many one-way traffics. It's probably not that correct.
Was good.
Thank you.
That was good. I don't mind it. I mean, it happens. We all know Will Brits is a couple words.
The more we talk about it, the more they realize that traffics is not a word.
Got to come up with something at least, and a few 20s is what she fancies. Not able to close the door on that number, so if you're Spellman, you attack.
Let's see what Garrett does here. This is a big opportunity. I expect the 20s to go away regardless of what these other darts of the 18 show. Now it's definitely set in stone. 1 dart here.
Yeah, you just go ahead and take that 1,000% of the time. You've got to close that door, especially. I mean, it could have done a little sooner, but, I mean, yeah, you got to take both of those there.
Yeah,
extend that lead out.
What a slacker. Nah, I'm just kidding.
What a slacker. I always like the 3rd dart shift on there, no matter what. Tricia only capitalizing on 1 single 17. Just trying to go back to those 18s to put some more on the board. But here we go. Spellman to close out. And bang.
Yeah, great stuff there as they're just now getting the trips about ready to start. And good news, Alex, you won the first round. You got a pie.
Hey-o. You know, half of everybody goes out in the first round anyways. You're already better than half of those guys.
Yeah, we call it the Sugar Shane Johnson special.
Good 7 from Garrett. Yeah, 3-6-3 plays a 4-1-3 as you can see there. Bree eyeing the 17s.
Awkward to get this last one, yeah.
Very awkward.
And that last start was snatchy because she knew it was awkward. She tried to overcompensate, and her body fought her a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. Agree there.
It's okay to remember. It's okay to back off the line, especially if a dart blocks your eye line there, as Tricia does get to what she needs.
But she's openly struggling a little bit here. It's been 1 mark, 2 mark, sporadic, maybe
absolutely
3 or 4.
Oh, click the wire. Yeah, Spellman was forced to stay there. This is a big moment because now it's only a 6 mark needed for Garrett, and the 6 mark that was not hit by Spellman. Or excuse me, 9 mark by Spellman. There's half of it. There's the other half. Here's the bonus money on the check. Go ahead and cash it.
Still love it. I mean,
last start needed to find a trip to Edible, but still a good shot.
Gives you a true advantage here. It's only 20 points, but forces Bree to close and then go to the Bulls. And
Good shot.
Well, I mean, we'll see here. I mean, this very well could turn.
I love that shot from Bree here. It puts all the pressure on Romero.
It does.
That's a good marker. She can get up from there. Oh, but doesn't go. She's just dropping them.
So the pressure right there, and still by hitting the trip 16 first and taking out that wedge, that way Tricia had no, area to go to, and Spellman needs just the single.
Oh, you got to still get it, though, Spellman. And he does. Makes it interesting for the fans in the back, though.
And that's kind of, in essence, a steal. In essence, that is a steal.
I would agree with that.
Even though they had the advantage going first in that leg.
But the difference is even though Alex has been playing well in this leg, it's not to the standard of which we've seen earlier, and Bree picked up her game.
Yes, very much so. And there you go, Tricia. Was waiting for that to happen for her. Just a matter of time before she started connecting. Now let's see if she can build on a little consistency.
Yeah, and it's good that she did that in the start of league where they have the throw. But the hard part is when you're 2-0 down in this format, you're guaranteed to go against the darts at some point here.
Well, it is difficult. I mean, yes, they're in the finals here. You should be at least used to it. But when you add the extra 2 people into your throw, when you played singles this morning, then you go to the doubles format, that rhythm is just thrown off a little bit, and it takes some time, match to match, to get used to that.
Well, and that's why you look at someone like Spellman, and it's so impressive with his form because he's so good at self-pacing.
He is so dang good at that, and I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because he's one of those guys that I would say never gets thrown off, whether it's triples, beautiful. There's the consistency! Yeah! We gotta stop it.
Get on that pony.
There's the consistency from Tricia. That's what they needed. We're having way too much fun with that call, Nick.
It is, but now
everybody's gonna hate that.
Oh, I'm sure. Garrett here is just gonna go ahead and do his part. He had a 3 mark in the last one. He's like, he imparted his triples over to Tricia. He still needs to get his part done here. You don't want to give Spellman a slight chance, and there you go. Looks like this will be 2-1 here in pretty quick fashion.
It's dumb. We're so dumb.
And when you're dumb a long time.
Well, this one's going to be hard to come back from and steal if you're Alex and Bree. There's no doubt in my mind on that.
They're ready to capitalize on their throw.
Yeah.
But that's the mixed doubles X factor.
Yes. They're going to get it back here.
6 mark, white horse, 3 bowls and 2 darts. That is Tricia Romero showing that she is still one of the top females. And that's what we're talking about, though. She can do that, and then she just has these moments where she's not there.
Yep.
If she somehow continues to produce at that level or just finds the spot in the middle, she's always a threat.
She's been a threat for a while. She's been in this game for a long time. I mean, she's got so many dang wins in her record book. But, yeah, there you go. Classic Tricia, and what a time to pull it out.
Yeah, she's heated up right now, and Bree started off great with a 5 mark as well. Tricia responds with a 7. We got a game now. Those first 2 legs, those were just the warm-up legs for these ladies. And the guys, too, I guess. But the ladies are doing way cooler stuff right now. Follows with a 7. Rakowski going to try to find the potential 9 here. Trip gives him a shot at the 20. He wants this one. He's hungry for it. Not going to happen. Just a 5. Both teams averaging a 6 after 6 darts.
Bree just confirming with Alex what she wants to do here, or her plan of attack, and look at her. She's going right after these 19s with a little advantage. That is tricky, especially with Tricia doing what she's been able to do this last few rounds for her.
She's red hot right now. You need to try to ice the kicker and just get into a point battle. Slow it down a little bit here.
Oh, and just one. She kind of squinted her eyes on that one.
Yeah. Just cools off a little bit here. Pops the 20 down to the 19. And just 3 singles. Spellman and Garrett are both kind of not nearly as sharp as we saw them in the seat match.
No, this is kind of went to Tricia and Bree, and now that's where we see this mixed doubles format really get interesting. I love it.
Yeah, and the interesting dichotomies and makeups of these teams is what makes for these very big moments. So now Bree regains that point lead. Started the 20s. They're going to stay there. Big moment. Follow all the way through. Drills. Oh, but it was on the right line.
Oh, here we go.
Romero wants to swing. Gets the swing.
I'll tell you what, Jalen, you may think you're somebody, but Mama's still the queen of the throne, buddy.
Yeah, Mama's been somebody and will continue to be somebody. I don't know why she says we talk mean about her.
Yeah, I know.
Never once.
Yeah. Maybe we're sucking up. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, here's where it gets interesting. I mean, this is a 10-point up situation here. If Garrett hits a big one here, I mean, this could easily become 2-2 in a situation where it was potentially almost a 3-0. Oh, bad transition. Going back up.
And
not tight.
Yep, another one of those tricky rounds. But look here, round 7, 4-0, 4-6-7. Bree trying to steal back this. Yep, there you go. Steal it back. It may be by 4 points, but it's there. Tricia, trip 18, do you take the look?
She wants to. She loves playing that aggressive close shot. She's thinking.
She's already thinking about it. She is.
Collect. Now, that one's going to be risky because this one's going to probably hurt here.
And I looked right at Garrett, and he goes, okay, and gave her some knuckles, so he was okay with that move.
Yeah, well, when she's hitting, she's allowed to shoot what she's feeling.
Oh, but that's the issue there is maybe if she would have stayed, it would have forced Spellman onto the 17s. Dang if you do, dang if you don't.
I agree.
They got to deal with it now.
And that's what Garrett's trying to do, but he's just not snapping that dart in how he wants to. He finds 5 there, but Bree has the opportunity to shut down or point. I would tell Bree here, just get that comfort trip first. But she loves taking these swings too. She is going to the comfort shot. Yeah, just 2 there on the collection, but I do like it because 56 points is a good number to be up by. Forces a 4 marker up by your opponent first. Meaning no first start trip can get your shot at the 17.
Here we go once again.
There's the 4 mark. Stays that time.
Yeah.
Interesting that she chose to stay there.
Well, I think here's also something to think about. I mean, Garrett and Tricia have the set advantage, so they can get away with some, potentially iffy shots or maybe some shots that, okay, if they hit, they're golden, especially in this set.
And Spellman on his last start closed there, Garrett gets a shot because of that. It's an 8-mark shot.
Yeah, it's
by
tough.
1 point.
Yeah, it's tough, and he's been in a predicament here. He hasn't thrown the best, but this would be a great time to throw a 7. There it is.
Yeah, it was just interesting because the 1 point advantage there, if he hit the 9, that's what I was thinking about, or the 8 mark.
Yes.
Bree's just going to try to regain that point lead. Does regain it. And how about a 6 mark there? Osterhoudt holds on tight. So now Romero to save the set. She's been red hot. Needs to find a trip here.
I'm so glad you said her name right because I'm pretty sure I said Osterhoudt at the beginning because I have an Oklahoma person named Osterhoudt.
So she came up to me right before this match started and just said her last name a few times. And I was like, I don't think I've said it wrong.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. It's me.
Okay, it was you.
I think I just realized that. I think I've been calling her Osterhoudt in regards to a person back in Oklahoma. So I'll take the blame, Bree. My bad.
Her and all the Minnesota friends are pissed at you now.
Oh, they gotta be.
Skull Vikings. Yeah, this first set's now going to Alex and Bree more than likely here. Garrett did try to take a last start swing just in case, but honestly, Bree's bulls have been shaky before. I don't think they're shaky now. Yeah, there you go. Drill it. Good shot there. Bree and Alex.
Going to another set.
I believe, would it revert to the loser's bracket format here?
I believe it should.
Every tournament does it a little differently.
Every tournament does do a little bit different, but in my thoughts, it would go back to 3. We can check on that.
Yeah, we'll see. I know, like, for instance, like the bullshooter circuit stays in winner's side the whole time no matter what.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
4-3-1, 4-3-3, though.
That was a great leg. That was a great leg of darts.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, they get the double pull. Garrett finding outside. He needs to snap out of this moment here. And Garrett's locked in. Don't get me wrong. He is focused. He is trying to drill it. But, yeah, let's see what happens here. As Bree is going to get into the mix. She starts off with a trip 20. Finds a single. Can she get another? Oh, last one got away from her. A bit too excited.
I just want you to laugh with me.
I would love to laugh.
You know who my go-to person on that was?
Who?
Looked right at Spellman and go, 5 or 3? He goes, 3. And then Garrett proceeded to ask him just a second ago as I walked in this room. He's like, 3? Yep.
There you go. I love it. I think how everyone had to confirm just in case.
You always have to do because you never know. Certain tournaments do say, no, we're just going to play best of 5 again.
Well, and the format's
they
been
want
a
more
little
action.
bit changing here as well, because originally the tournament was supposed to be best of 3, and then they decided to extend the format out.
Yes.
Which is a great decision, by the way.
Yeah, 1,000%. I agree with you on that.
Here's the other reason why that's important for the players and why Garrett asked. It changes your mentality a little bit about when you take some gambles in certain legs, because if you think your opponent has 2 more legs to go to win, and they're actually on match point, very different mentalities. Garrett's off the margins here a little bit, man.
He's kind of tripped and fell a little bit here of late. Yes, he's had those trickle-in 7s and big marks, but yeah, definitely.
He was looking so good, though, earlier in the day. I mean, literally, he was playing out of his mind. We saw it in singles with the best last leg decider I've probably called in a long time with Alex Spellman, Garrett Rakowski. And now in the doubles, it's just looking a little bit tight. Guys, we're not taking questions in chat right now, but I do see you guys asking about Will and I doing a rematch. We'll have to talk about that at a later date.
Never.
Oh, doesn't get the single there. Has to drill this. It's very much, I wouldn't even say it's lack of focus, but it's just something between these two guys, because Alex and Garrett find this in very similar form at the moment.
They could be suffering that little rut in the stamina. We've all felt that. It happens at times. You just don't know.
Yeah, it could be anything.
It really could. I mean, we've mentioned it in previous matches that this is day number quote unquote 3. This is used to be usually this is your Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
You're kind of leaving after this match usually.
Well, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be the Invitational Championship, and then the Fear the Filth doubles after that.
Yep, a couple good events coming. Oh, Tricia would have loved that. One more triple. Would it have done much? I'm not sure, because Spellman has a 20s and 19s still to work with, and usually he's a heavy scorer on those.
Yeah, this one's looking like it might be a set and done leg. Garrett's going to have to bet these 15s to give this leg a chance. He's looking right at the green bit. Can he execute it? The answer is no. You can see there's a little, it's not a look of defeat, but a look of self-disgust is what I would probably describe that one as. 115.
Yep.
See, that last start, she was still going at the trip. Don't be afraid to hit a big single there.
Just, move over, shift to that big pie.
I know that's something I've had to work on as a player, but just 3 numbers and point lead going into bulls is just so good. If Romero hits a big shot here, you're adding darts. You're making the game a little bit longer, and she does hit a big shot. 7's found.
I will say in regards to the big wedge, though, It almost seems like there's more pressure on that big wedge than any other one.
Yeah. Oh,
Just when you need the big fatty, it just.
I agree. I agree, Steel Tipper. I agree. On to the bull. Nah, he just goes ahead and plays it safe. Does the layup there.
It's a smart move. I mean, you're in a quick format now in this second set. It's 2 out of 3. You get one on the board. What happens the next 2? I mean, it's up to you.
Well, there's your 3 bulls there. So Bree, onto the bulls. Wasting no time. Finds a hat. She's, again, now in this final, she's showing what she's actually able to do.
The ladies have been, I mean, I told you, this is what's the back and forth with mixed doubles. You're going to have your ladies and men show up and then have a swing and a miss here and there. It's just part of it, especially when you're talking a little extended format, because how often do these guys play mixed doubles? Best of 5. To be honest, in the front half.
You're not wrong. It's very rare.
Yeah, you probably play best of 3, best of 3.
And sometimes best of 3, best of 1.
Yeah.
And just the 1 mark there after Tricia's 4 gives Garrett an opportunity.
Just to confirm, Nick, not dead. There you go.
It was close.
It was close.
It's because you poisoned my coffee. Just stays there, and I like to stay, right? You get the close, you got your second number, but you still want to add some points there because you know Spellman could bet a number.
Well, this one I expect a little heavy on the scoring, if you do say so myself, for Garrett and Tricia. They should.
Oh,
you kind of gotta force the extra leg here. You're down 1-0.
Look at that, Romero.
It's solid 5. It's a solid 5.
She's just really snapped into her proper form right here. As it looks like they immediately called the finals of the open doubles. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll tell them to wait. Sorry.
Oh, doesn't find the trip on the 16 there. So Spellman going to try to find some saving grace in these fleeting moments of this leg. And just off. You can literally see him say what to himself, and he's able to snap into it there.
Yeah.
But it's off again.
Not thrilled with that outcome there.
If anything, Garrett and Alex are at least going up to each other and saying, well, at least we're doing it together. As the girls are saying, man, these boys just don't want to work.
Don't worry, boys. We'll take the heavy load. And this is a good one, man. It's been appetizing. It's been a thrill. It's been full course dinner. Let's just put it that way.
When we start talking about dinner.
What do we get for dessert on the last leg?
I hope a combined 5 versus a combined 5. I'm going to get lofty with my ambitions.
That is lofty, but it very well could happen. I mean, I anticipate 4+.
As you should, good friend. You're just going to try to push this leg along here and gets it done there. He's like, man, I can't hit a triple, but those bulls felt pretty good. So last leg decider here for your mixed doubles pro finals. Let's get ready
to diddle.
And Garrett's like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. All right, I'll take that.
Yeah. 2 out of 3. Here we go. And like we said, that's always the confusion when it comes to this part. You're like, do we revert back to the 3 out of 5, or is it 2 out of 3?
Oh, that's a very beatable diddle. It's a good diddle, don't get me wrong. But you can see Garrett might be able to just place it right over that dart.
She's a good diddle.
Did he get? No, he tied it. The last one got away. That's going to frustrate him.
That's difficult because you saw where that second dart afterward was. It was right on top. It looked like it was in the double, and Spellman, the king of placing darts on top of each other, that's what he does there.
Well, maybe the prince. I'd still say Phil Taylor is the king there.
Yeah, touche. Touche.
Here we go. Last leg of this event here. It has gone the distance. We felt the speed. Roll down the windows. Let's hear the breeze.
All-time worst call there, Nick.
As we get a 2 mark open from Breeze.
It's almost worse than that.
Yeah. I don't know. That one's pretty bad. we can't even make fun of Boom Goes the Dynamite anymore.
No, we can't.
Romero. Oh, my gosh. What a time to do this. What a time to do this, Tricia Romero.
Amazing stuff from Tricia Romero.
Oh, my goodness. And Bree, just with her 2 mark there, was getting punished. Spellman's going to have to collect now.
Oh, baby.
Garrett called for the up, but Spellman decided to say Garrett won't.
No. I don't know. I mean, it's only needing one.
Garrett called for it to go up. He expected it to.
He expected it to. But Spellman didn't even hesitate. Just all eyes on the bottom of the board. Okay. Immediately under pressure. So was it a good move? Was it a bad move from Spellman? What do you think?
Oh, it really depends because Garrett still was going to start those first starts at the 19. And the question is if Bree gets it open here, it's fine. If she doesn't, that's the damage.
Oh, in the corner pocket.
So I think that honestly the decision making was fine then because Bree was able to get a number open.
Okay.
Trisha's going to close. Big single here. And it doesn't go. Clicks off the dart there. And this is what Spellman was gambling on. Now he can go trip and get a single 20 and have the point lead. Still needs to find the 7, though. Won't find the 7. Those fights are crossed. He's going to
then he takes it out.
I don't know if I agree with it.
So now it's an interesting play here because he didn't take it early stages, but elects in that position to do so.
And it's a little closer in score. I mean, you're talking 32-point difference now. But Garrett's just going to punish that. I don't think it's a strategical error by any means. I think it was a 50-50 coin toss decision.
Yes.
I think you lost the coin toss.
I like the way you said that there. Kind of a 50-50. Sometimes you take it, sometimes you don't. You're already in a tough position.
And now Romero has an opportunity. Get the corner pockets. Seal the deal here. These games of cricket have been going by pretty quick, I'm not going to lie. She finds the 16. She's on the 15. She's going to find it? Of course she is. What is going on? She is saying,
Dude.
No doubt, nobody should question. Right now, she's the best woman in the room with how well she's throwing these last couple legs.
She's proving
At least
her
at
point.
this very moment right now.
So you boys think Jalen's all that? No. I'm still here.
Who taught him the game? So Rakowski, 3 bulls to get the job done here.
A nasty 6-2.
Alex is saying, man, I should have lied and said it was best of 5. Garrett would have believed me.
Oh, my.
Wow, that is it. And Garrett Rakowski and Tricia Romero win both of your mixed doubles now.
Let's be honest. That was the Tricia Romero show at the end here.
That was her at her best form right there, showing every bit of what she can do and why she has so many titles in her CV.
That was amazing stuff. And
incredible.
We saw it. She kind of had a little hesitation there at the beginning stages. The first leg or two, maybe it was 1 or 2 mark, sprinkle in the 3 or 4, and then all of a sudden hit the gas. She said, let's go.